This is a pitching coach on the staff this year that's used 32 pitchers. How do you get up to speed each time a new guy comes up, or you get a guy? How do you get to to understand his mechanics and how you can help?
Talking with our AAA pitching coach and our pitching coordinators, and also as much as I'm watching our guys, I'm watching our AAA team and our AA team too. I don't watch every game, every pitch, but keeping tabs on how guys are doing down there and kind of what rhythm they're in, and are they throwing strikes? Are they walking guys? Where are their mechanics at? What are they working on? So it's a collaboration between this group and the AAA group.
And obviously, because of the needed depth in the bullpen, you've transitioned starters into the bullpen. How's that process with a guy like Budo? How do you make him understand that this is a transition and it's different?
Yeah, I mean, there really is no different. It's just how you prepare is different. And so you have a plan A and you have a plan B, or you have a starter plan, you have a reliever plan. And so we just modified how they warm up, and they know how they're going to pitch guys. And so from that aspect, it doesn't really change a whole lot. It's just more of they don't have 4 days off in between their outings, and they don't have unlimited time to get loose. Right, they have a certain amount of time in the bullpen, and that's me and Mindy's job to make sure, especially in the short term when they first come up and they're making that transition, that we give them plenty of rest or plenty of opportunity to get loose.
And sometimes, you find out something about a guy. I mean, this might be his path to true success in the major leagues and long term. Is it tough though to change that mentality of you've been a starter your whole life, and then now you're in the bullpen, but even though you might be more successful in the pen?
I think maybe for some. In Budo's case, he wants to be here and he wants to help contribute and he wants to win. And so whatever role we have for him, he's willing and able. And that's not true for everyone. A lot of guys want to start and they want to be starters. And so it's just a little bit more navigating that with them and understanding their time and their opportunity will come. But this is where we're at as an organization. So just meeting the player where they are.
It's also interesting, the evolution of relief pitchers, even regular pitchers. Back in the day, the old school mantra was don't show emotion, stay stoic, never get too high, never get too low. I remember Neil Allen telling me that was the key of being a great reliever. Now you see guys even Young, who says he's not an emotional guy. After that in Yankee Stadium, exploding off the mound. Is that what is your role in trying to temper that energy? Is it possible?
No, I'm not tempering any energy. No, I want them to express themselves, and if you hold that in, that could be detrimental, right? Obviously you don't want to get too high or too low. That's definitely a thing. But I think if it's every single time, then we got to talk about it. But in Danny's case last night, that was a huge spot, and that was a big spot in his career, pitching in the Subway Series, getting that huge punch out of Glaber. I mean, I would be worried if he didn't show a little bit of emotion, right? And so I get what Neil's saying, and I certainly agree with aspects of that. But I think there's time to show some emotion.
And lastly, obviously, throughout your careers, there's ups and downs. But one pitch, for instance, that pitch that Diekman made to Judge, can that be something that is a building block for long-term sustainability?
Possibly. I think that's hard. That's hard to answer. That's more case by case, and time will tell with that. It certainly can. But any good outing, any good pitch, regardless of who it is or who is against. And sometimes there's some bad pitches that also springboard. Just oh, I can't make that mistake again. I learned that lesson, and so I'm not going to make that mistake again. But yeah, to your point, definitely success in big spots against really good hitters, definitely can boost your confidence.